Hello and welcome to the Church of St. Remigius in Water Newton. There's a small niche containing the figure of a man, and below it a sunken panel inscribed with a name commemorating the builder of the tower. A west tower was added to the church early in the 14th century. The tower was restored in 1892 and a further 6 feet added to it. The tower has no buttresses and is surmounted by a rather short octagonal brooch spire having 2 tiers of light. The church is mentioned in the Domesday Survey of 1086, and numerous 12th century stones have been reused or built into later walls, but nothing of this earlier date actually remains in situ. The porch is from the 14th century and has a pointed outer arch of 2 orders. The chancel and nave were rebuilt, and presumably the 2 aisles were added in the 13th century. Shortly after the west tower was added, the south aisle was rebuilt and possibly widened, and the clerestory and south porch added. This font dates from the 15th century and has an octagonal panel bowl on a modern octagonal stem and base. The chancel arch is modern, made in 1887, but some earlier stones have been reused in its construction. The western end of the north aisle seems to have been rebuilt as a small chamber at the extreme end of the 14th century. Under the chancel arch is a 15th century oak screen, and this has been much restored. The 13th century chancel has 2 15th century brackets added onto the wall. The sedilia also originated in the 13th century, with 3 pointed arches supported on jamb shafts and 2 circular shafts. The early 14th century tower has no tower arch but a plain doorway of around the year 1400. This opens into the church. Lying loose in the south aisle is a small stone figure of approximately the year 1300. It's a man in a long gown with an angel at his head and his feet resting on a lion. This ancient octagonal font bowl was found in a field near Oundle. The Church of St. Remigius in Water Newton.